It's Super Tuesday here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Hello, good evening and welcome for the live coverage of the first quarter-final to be played between Phatom Doha and Star CC. We've seen exhilarating stuff for the last 12 days, 24 matches being played. Match number 25 begins with the first quarter-final, and it's at the moment no second take here for the teams. One team progresses to the semis and the other has to bow out of the Ooredoo Presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup powered by Elite Sports. Well, the surface has always presented different nature, and once again it'll be interesting to see what the 22 yards has on offer. Devinder Kumar with the pitch report.
Well, the cricketing conditions as far as the evening game concerned, and that's true in the quarterfinal. The same pitch has been used throughout the tournament, and if you look at the short of length region in particular, from where they've been getting their very well bounce because of a little bit of grass on the pitch, but it's a dried grass. It means that it's not going to have major say in getting the bounce and deviation from this particular surface. But one thing that we have to note, that this has been very well watered and very well rolled surface, and it means that it's going to be a bit more consistent come the quarterfinal of the competition. So that's what you want, consistency in pace and bounce in order to produce runs. The captain, who is going to win the toss, should be thinking about getting runs on the board because it's a pressure game, the quarterfinal.
Devinder Kumar there with the pitch report, giving a thumbs up to the surface. A lot of runs on this. We've seen this pitch play different roles. Some days totals have crossed 140, and on other days teams have been restricted to 50 and below. It has been that kind of a surface where everybody's had a chance with it, and with the gale of breeze blowing across the ground, the pacers have always had that extra bit of advantage early on under lights. Well, the toss will play a very important role in this particular quarter-final. Once again, Devinder Kumar with both the captains.
Ooredoo presents QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, and time has come for the quarterfinals, the knockout games. Playing today in the first quarterfinal of the championship, it's the team Phatom Doha, which has been represented by Famiz, team Star CC, which has been represented by Joman George, and we got match referee Amin Ul Islam. The captain of the team Phatom to spin the coin. Head's your call. It's taking a lot of turn here. So head is the call, and head it is. Winning the toss and batting first?
No, we will choose bowling first.
All right.
Yeah, because a little bit of grass is present and a little bit wet on the field. So we don't want to take any heavy risk.
What has been your assessment about the surface? Because this looks a different surface altogether.
Because last match we lost the toss and we got bat first, and 63 we only scored 63. So we cannot take any heavy risk.
Any big changes in the side as far as the batting department is concerned?
Two changes is there, Shafiq and Shabir Ali.
All the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you got the opportunity to bat first. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, we are so excited. We are planning to batting first.
Tell us something about the changes that you made for today's game.
Yeah, we have three changes. Sadat, Nazim and Adnan going south, and Sherry, then two more changes are there.
Keep changing all the time. What's your bowling combination? How many fast bowlers playing for your team tonight?
Today we have 4 fast bowlers and one medium, then one spinner. Then when situation we will change this one.
All the best.
Okay, thank you.
So the news from the centre here, the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, in the first quarter-final is that the captain of the team winning the toss and deciding to bowl first.
Well, interestingly, Star CC captain Joman George going against the trend in a knockout game, deciding to field first, where we've seen teams really struggle to chase down targets. Nevertheless, he's well aware of his plans and his strategies, and this is a good toss to lose as well for Phatom Doha. They were anyways looking to bat first. What a contest we have on the cards. Players will be looking forward to giving a good account of themselves, and just the right time to quickly have a chat as well with the wicketkeeper batsman of Phatom Doha, Yashwant. Devender down there having a player interview.
With me in conversation about the quarterfinal, the first quarterfinal which is about to be played, Yashwant, who is the wicketkeeper batsman for the side. Tell us your experience of playing in this tournament so far.
Okay, it is a major tournament conducted in Qatar. It's very important to make our team represent my team. Okay, my experience regarding is a huge experience about the tournament. We are team is looking to play the first quarter final of the Ramadan T10.
How differently have you prepared for this quarterfinal, because it's knockout game?
Yeah, we have been practicing last day to improve in our all departments, especially in the field, to save runs, and also in my batting also to score a huge total, which is important in T10s, and strike rate is very important for the T10 matches.
Challenges of being a wicketkeeper, and that's to opening batsman as well.
Okay, it's been very challenging to be a wicketkeeper because we have to look all around about the matches, what all to control the matches. But I am being quite brilliant in I think I saw. That's all.
Tell us something about the pitch conditions, because you watch all the deliveries coming at you. What is the ideal length for a bowler to bowl on this surface?
The wicket seems to be a good one. If we put effort in fast bowling, it's a very wicket. If we bowl in just short, the ball is very carrying, and I think it's a good wicket to bat on also.
All the best for the first quarterfinal.
Okay, thank you.
So that was Yashwant, the opening batsman and wicketkeeper as well for the team Phatom Doha, and highlighting the challenges of being a wicketkeeper as well as the opening batsman of the side as well.
Devinder in conversation with Yashwant, opening batter, wicket-keeper for Phatom Doha, talking about the lengths bowlers should stick to in this particular format. The T10 can be very challenging. The hard lengths is something every bowler tries to find consistently. Well, we are minutes away from the start of a very fine contest, the quarterfinal, and just the right time to also have a chat with Shabir from Star CC. Devinder Kumar will be down with him for a player interview.
Well, all-rounders have a big role to play in game, and at the moment in conversation with me is Sabir, who is an all-rounder for the team Star CC. How has your experience been playing in this tournament so far?
Thank you very much. It's a well organized tournament. First of all, I like to say the organization for giving an opportunity, and this is the first tournament for me in Qatar also. I was recently came to the Qatar, and this is a different game. Like T10, it's currently emerging in all over the country. It's bit fast and enjoying a game, and you would like to see the game. When you watch the game, you would like to know that it's a pace first game.
Tell us something about the challenges for the spinners, because the shortest the format, more pressure on the spinners, because there is every chance of batters hitting you out of the boundary rope, and with the possibility of you being introduced in the power play overs as well.
Yeah, it's very tricky actually. It's need big temperament. Sometimes batsman may go out for big hits, but we always like to take the wickets, which is needed for the team. Like if we get 1 or 2 wickets in our bowling, and if it can change a match into a different scenario, so I always go for wickets. I don't mind if the other players will take me out of the ground. It's even the captain will support me full time. Like you used to go for wicket only.
So basically you toss the ball up rather than darting the deliveries in and looking for dot balls.
Yeah, it depends how the body language of the batsman. Normally we used to toss the ball, but if a batsman is like a big hitter, we used to do the flat bowling and to make the economy.
Additional pressure of playing in the quarterfinal?
No. We take the match, every match, relax, and we don't take any pressure. Like we used to play like a normal game.
Hope it's going to be an enjoyable day for you
Yeah,
today.
thank you very much. Thank you.
So that was Sabir, the all-rounder, left-arm spinner and also left-handed batsman who bats in the middle order, emphasizing on the challenges that the spinners face bowling in T10 format of the game in this QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022.
It's so important. Pacers bring about a change-ups in their bowling armory, the variations, and just mix it around, and the importance they highlighted by Shabir in the chat with Devinder. All right then, all league matches completed. Phatom Doha ending up as table toppers, and they are playing the number 2 from Group C, Star CC, at number 2 in Group C, play the number 1 in Group A. And we'll also have another match lined up later in the evening, as we'll get to see Masters Cricket Club from Group B taking on United Challengers from Group D. Remember, one plays 2 of the other group, and that's how it has been lined up. Phatom Doha top side with a great net run rate, 3 matches for them, 2 wins and 1 loss. And similarly for Star CC as well, 3 matches, they've dropped 1, but on net run rate they were below Legend CC, and that's why they finished on number 2. Later on in the evening we have Masters Cricket Club taking on the United Challengers. Masters Cricket Club, they played 3 again, they won 2 and lost 1 with a net run rate of 2.46, and United Challengers just behind Marcos in Group D ended up with 4 points at a net run rate of 3.2. Then we have a few quarterfinals lined up tomorrow as well, and you'll be seeing Sprite Cricket Stars in action, and they'll be taking on their counterparts as well. So a lot of cricket lined up. We are into the knockouts at this stage. We are done and dusted with the league phase, and we are all building up to the big final, which is scheduled to take place on the 22nd of April 2022. A nice gale of breeze blowing across the ground. The lights are on. This is a picturesque Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Wonderful facilities, and still a lot of cricket left in this competition. We've completed 12 days of cricket. As many as 24 matches have been done and dusted with, all in the league phase, and we are now in the knockouts. Looking forward to this enthralling contest between bat and ball. Star CC winning the toss and deciding to field first in a knockout game, and this is going to be a very, very intriguing call, but they believe they have the batters who can chase it down. Just the right time to look at the squad as well. Phatom Doha, Firoz Ahmed, Shafiq, Yashwant, we heard him speak some time back. So now, then you have Ivan Raj, Sajmullah, Mohammad Shamal, Awais Riaz, Shehzad Iqbal, Mohammad Famiz and Saad Sajjad comprise of the Phatom Doha side. Very impressive playing 11, I must admit. And for the Star CC, they have played some brilliant cricket. Joman George deciding to field first early in the day. Gopu Kumar Gopi, very fine batter. We saw Shafi Ahmed taking off. Fairuz Fairu as well walked away with the player of the match in the league stage. Azruddin Ajju, Shafiq Mohammed, Qasim Churi, Abdul Huda Sifan, Litin Tankachan, Khalid Ahmed and Shabir Ali. So this is another very fine side again, as we are all set for play to resume very shortly, and just the right time to introduce and welcome my co-commentator who's been doing all the hard yards this evening with the player interviews and the pitch and the toss, Devinder Kumar. Devinder, very good evening.
Good evening, Mikhil, and this is going to be exciting encounter. It's a matter of pressure. The team that handles the pressure well will stand better chance of winning. Both of them are skillful sides. Most of the players who have been participating in this encounter are experienced players. They have been exposed to this pressure before, but this is very different because the matches are going live on television. A lot of expectations from the family members and also from the fans as well. So will they be able to stand up to the expectations? I was speaking to one of the players from the Star CC, and they think that it's like a normal match. We want to stay in the present moment and look to execute their skills. And looking at the conditions, so they made this decision of bowling first just to getting over the nerves and look to exercise the power that they possess in their unit. They think that the batters are quite capable of getting over the line. Hence, they decided to bowl first and put the pressure on the batsman to chase it down in this quarter-final.
Oh yes, who handles pressure at the moment? Phatom Doha will want to believe batting first. They have the advantage. Can they strike early is the question. Star CC, they began well in this tournament. Off late, they've just tapered off. And that's one thing they'll need to keep in mind. We are all set for ball number 1. Star CC winning the toss, selecting to field first. It's quarter-final 1. We have another quarter-final lined up today and 2 more tomorrow as well. Then we're into the semis and the big final on 22nd. We are coming to you live from the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. It's Ooredoo Presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup, powered by Elite Sports.
When we arrived at the ground, it was breezy. Now it's a bit steady at the moment, so perfect conditions for fast bowlers to operate in particular when there is a little bit of breeze. On-field umpires, Prasanna and Mohammad Naseem, who have been doing fine job throughout the tournament, making those close calls as well, and plenty of run-outs, and they found almost every run-out accurately.
Oh yes, umpiring has been brilliant in this tournament. Mohammad Naseem and Prasanna Haran are the 2 umpires in this game. All eyes on Yashwant. Can he take Phatom Doha to a fine start? Can he give them a brisk start maybe and just put the pressure back on the fielding side?
The first objective would be getting off the mark in this quarter-final. It's a pressure game. There will be nerves. How he handles the nerves and how he goes about his business of getting runs. Safiq, 62 runs already from this tournament, man in form. So they got the opening pair who is in good form. And it's always important to have batters who have been striking the ball well. Abdul Hatta has taken 2 wickets so far in this tournament, has been introduced to bowl from the industrial end.
And immediately getting some movement off the surface, off the mark, are Phatom Doha with that single towards square leg, and so with Yashwant R as well.
This is a well compressed surface. A lot of watering and rolling has been done by the pitch curator, Shakil, who has been maintaining pitches here for more than 5 years, and he was of the opinion that they wanted to prepare a special surface out of the same surface. A lot of watering and rolling has been done, and you would expect consistent pace and bounce from this surface.
Short and wide on this occasion. He'll have to re-bowl this one. Slip in place. Star CC are attacking from the very first ball.
They got the man at the third man on the boundary on the offside. Just one man there at that position. They got man at the long on region as well.
Look at that delivery. There was bounce, carry, holding its line on this occasion. Abdul has just found that much needed rhythm he's looking for.
Well, he's found the area to operate in. He's landing at the right length. And just a little bit of deviation and bounce. Nice carry through to the keeper. There is an exciting aspect even for batters as well when the bounce is consistent.
Fuller on this occasion, just tailing down towards the leg side, coming into the right-handed batter. Leg by signalled.
No matter what the format you play, after short pitch delivery, is sending the batsman on the back foot. He went with that wicket-taking delivery, sharp in-swinging delivery to right-hand batsman, but it was swinging too much.
We've seen the white ball do a lot, that new white ball under lights. Once again, there for everybody to see. Nicely played towards backward point for another single.
They got men at the third man position up in the circle, more of a flying gully position. They got a third man who is very, very square, and got a man at the point position, and fine leg is almost at a leg slip position on the edge of the 30-yard circle.
Once again, just jagging back into the right-handed batter. No room offered.
Good pace from Abdul Hutta. We haven't seen any attempt of bowling a slower delivery in this over. Can he finish the over well?
Oh, gives it a wild swing, gets the top end of the bat, and they'll quickly steal another single. Well, he ends it brilliantly. Abdul Hutta has begun well here for Star CC. Only 5 runs coming off it. 1 gone. It's 5 for no loss.
Amazing start for Abdul, relying on short of line deliveries, barring one full ball where he wanted to trap the batsman out. The focus has been on getting wicket with just one delivery, and the rest of the deliveries the focus was on getting the dot balls in. Ooredoo presents QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022 first quarter final of first edition of the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup, and it's the team Phatom Doha taking on the team Star CC. Captain of Star CC, Joman, winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. And Shafiq is batting on 1. Yashwant, the wicketkeeper batsman, is on 2. And a very impressive first over from Abdul. And complimenting him from the QCA end is the captain of the side, Joman.
Joman's deployed a long off and a deep mid wicket. 4 on the off inside the circle that covers extra cover, backward point and third man. And 3 on the on inside the circle, 1 behind the wicket at short fine leg. Mid on and mid wicket.
Erratic start from Joman first off, firing it too far outside the upper stump. Does not have the express pace, but normally bowls with good line and length and can get the ball to swing around a bit.
Once again, a gentle floater on this occasion, just gets a leading edge as they quickly steal a single. The best thing to do over here is take the pace off the ball.
Yeah, and induce mistiming from the batters. He's putting the ball in the right area now, the second one. That's the area that he will be concentrating on. Might get a little bit of swing as well. And there will be few changes in the field as well, it seems. Still a consultation about whether they should have the fieldsman on the boundary or not at the long off position. About the number of fieldsmen inside the circle. What the discussion about.
Changing the gloves there, the wicket keeper. It's not comfortable while pouching it from behind the stumps. A change in equipment for him. Rather more comfortable with the new pair of gloves that he's called for.
Yeah, comfort is the most important thing, especially when you're playing high pressure matches, because you have to be very sure about how you feel, how is your relationship with the equipment. And he wants to make sure that he wants to be comfortable with the gloves.
Single towards mid-on, so runs coming in singles at the moment, and this will not bother Star CC. This has been a very quiet power play.
Coming back to the comfort level, it's about staying in present moment, knowing that it's a quarter final, that's all right, but at this, before that you need to execute your skills. It's a game of cricket, and that's where can't be thinking too much about what's going to transpire. It's about doing the business right, ball by ball.
Oh, he's given that a wild swing, and in the process, he's seen his stumps being disturbed. The captain strikes for Star CC, and Shafiq, who was going for glory, ends up dismissing himself.
Doing the process right, is putting the ball in the right area. Joman, the captain of the side, providing early breakthrough to this side. Look at this one once again. It was a pitched up delivery, looking to whack it through the onside. It did not come off as per the expectation of the batsman, and ball went on to hit the stumps. Joman George, the captain of the side, taking the first wicket, an early breakthrough. That's what they were searching for after winning the toss, as they pick up the wicket of Shafiq. early. And a first wicket down for 8 into the second over.
What a toss to win. Captain Joman George deciding to field first and then says, boys, I'll take the ball and get your wicket as well. And that's exactly what he's done. Not a great start here for Phatom Doha.
A lot of conditioning required as a batting unit coming into the game of cricket. It's about staying in the absolute present moment. And these quarterfinals, they challenge, thinking about what might happen, what can happen to them as well, possibility of playing in the semi-final. A lot is lingering in the minds of the batters, and at that time they need an empty mind, clear mind, to react to the cricketing deliveries coming at them.
What an over this has been by Joman as well. 3 runs of it and a wicket already. Again, this time he just scoops it over square leg region. That's racing away to the square leg boundary. That'll be the first boundary here for Phatom Doha as well. Just drifting down leg on this occasion. Bowling at his pads.
Yeah, again the mistake. Trying to get some movement working for himself. Wanted to start from outside the off stump. Just drifting on the pads and easy picking. Decided to go over the top rather than trying to roll his wrist over and play it fine. And found the boundary as well. Good start for Sajumulali.
Once again, a pitched up delivery. Oh, had he collected on the first go and given it a charge, that could have been close.
Impressive bowling from the team Star CC after winning the toss and bowling first. Captain leading from front with that decision and also taking the wicket from his first over as well. This time goes over the top and into the gap on the offside for 4. Second boundary from the over. Though he's taken the wicket, but it's been a contrasting end to the over.
Again, a pitched up delivery. Just ensured that he got it over the infield, and once he did that and the field restrictions in place, that was always going to be put away very nicely.
For gentle medium paces or for dribblers, it's important that they get it accurate. Once you give a little bit of opportunity to the opponent batter, they will cash on it because of lack in pace. 17 for 1 after 2 overs. Despite losing the wicket, Yashwant and company would feel that still not a bad start. 17 for 1 with 3 extras. Yashwant is betting on 7 of 4 and Sajimullah is betting on 5 of 2. They got Firoz to come. It's a gorgeous evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium located on the outskirts of Doha, Qatar. Just not far away from industrial area where a lot of people from subcontinent, especially from East Asian background, who work here and they have been coming throughout the tournament to witness cricketing actions taking place here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium.
Wazruddin to bowl. The third over from the elite sports end. Once again, an unorthodox field here. Third man and fine leg, very fine. And he drifts that down way down leg side.
Have to be warmed up to the challenge. The first one was a loosener down the leg side. Need to be careful. They cannot afford to give easy runs to the opposition. It's a quarter final. Every run matters. There will be fight for every run, for every wicket.
Once again, has it taken the glove on the way to the wicketkeeper. They are celebrating, but Mohammad Naseem believes that it is a wide and that decision stays. Players not really impressed with that call.
Quite animated, the wicketkeeper, Mikhail, behind the stumps. He was convinced that there was a nick through to the keeper. Umpire does not have the advantage of watching the replay and making a decision. He had to make instantaneous decision and he decided to award it as a wide.
Two umpires standing in this game, Mohammad Naseem and Prasanna Haran, very fine custodians of the sport. Oh, this was quicker and on target as well.
Yeah, that should be the area, the hard length that they say. And he has just found it. Can he maintain it throughout the over? That is the question for Azharuddin. He's got good pace, can take the ball away from the right-hander, the angle that they generate, and left-arm quick bowlers.
Chipped in the air, straight to the fielder at square leg, and that's taken. Wicket number 2 here for Star CC. This is another very fine piece of bowling and fielding. Yashwant departs.
In the shades of Shohel Tanveer from Pakistan, wrong-footed and not quite sure about the bounce coming at him. Also the determining the line of attack as well. Just flicking it straight into the hand of the fieldsman. A soft dismissal. Azharuddin strikes as well for the team. The Star CC on top at the moment, 20 for 2. And Yashwant, who has been scoring runs in this tournament, goes for 7. Both the openers back in the hut as they lose their second wicket. 20 for 2 for Phatom Doha in the first quarter final of the 2022 QCA T10 Ramadan Cup. Coming to live from the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Famis, who is captain today, comes to the crease. An elegant left-handed batter for the team. Got quarter-final second to come today evening, starting at 8:30 local times.
Success here for Star CC, opting to bowl first this evening, and they've made it count. The decision of the captain stays vindicated. 2 wickets already, and Phatom Doha have just gone into that small little hut of theirs. Slashes hard this time. Nicely cut off in the deep. Will keep it to a single. So important here for Phatom Doha to create a partnership at a brisk rate. Anything close to 90 in a knockout game would be pressure for the chasing side. But this has been a very disciplined bowling performance so far by Star CC. Azharuddin again impressive. Few wides to begin with, but has come back well. He's generating pace. Punched off the back foot. They're off for a single. Good running. They're not getting the boundaries regularly, but they are rotating the strike.
Strike rotation is going to be key in order to bail the team out of the trouble situation, with the scorecard reading 22 for 2. Trying to work through the onside. Huge appeal for LBW, not entertained by the umpire. Impressive start to his spell from Azharuddin. Taking wicket as well. Despite bowling a couple of wide deliveries, he's now hitting the right areas and is bowling accurately here. Last ball of the over. Gets the top edge. And taken. Azharuddin has struck for the second time from the over. And it's 23 for 3. Phatom Doha after put into bat.
Once again playing across the line on this occasion, getting a leading edge. Very nice and comfortable catch taken at third man. Third wicket for Phatom Doha. Falls at a time when they were looking for a partnership. Sajumul Ali departs for 6 and 4, and Star CC in that huddle are looking very confident at the moment.
Taking his eyes off to a short lifting delivery with a little bit of extra bounce as well. Was early into the shot, taking the top edge, which was easily taken on the boundary. Azharuddin has taken 2 wickets from his first over for 5. It's 23 for 3. Phatom Doha struggling big time here, and the fast bowlers applying a lot of pressure on the batting unit, which has been fragile at times in this tournament. Shamal comes to the crease. Abdul Hatha setting the tone, just conceding 4 from the first over. Good accurate line and length, and George, despite conceding 12 runs, taking the wicket, and 2 wickets from amazing Azharuddin in his solitary over.
Amazing Azharuddin indeed. 2 for 5 in his first over. A captain would be delighted to have someone like him striking early, getting the team ahead in the contest. Lithin with a very good catch has now been introduced into the bowling attack. He'll be bowling from the QCA end. Quite a few pacers for Star CC. They're backing the bowling at this point in time, and they've done a great job of it. The field restrictions have been lifted. Fine leg up in the circle, third man. Then you have a deep point, a long on and long off in position, and a deep mid wicket as well. And immediately the back of the length delivery, just not allowing the batters to play freely.
Also with Lithin, you expect a lot of variations, change in pace, few quicker deliveries in between, slower deliveries, the off cutters and leg cutters. He's an experienced campaigner. Has taken 2 wickets so far in this tournament as well, but has been quite accurate and economical for the side.
For the left-handed batter now, the field changes. Another very good delivery, well-directed short ball, right up at the chest. No room offered, no width offered, another single.
2 men on the boundary on the onside, square leg and long on, long off. Man at the point on the boundary, and third man, who is very, very fine, is position on the boundary for Shamal. And here is Lithin. He's taking his time. He wants every fieldsman at exactly the position that he's thinking might yield them a result.
Some movement on this occasion, flashing the blade outside the off. Runs have dried up here for Shamal and for Miz.
Movement from Lithin, but shaky footwork from the batter as well. Not quite convincing about whether to go forward or not. Just hanging his bat without moving his feet or covering the line of the ball.
Once again, that late movement and unsure about his footwork, not getting behind it, and this time fishing around the off stump.
He's bowling beautiful length at the moment.
Devinder, the length that you mentioned this evening, if you take a look at Star CC, they have found that length. Every bowler has bowled those hard lengths.
According to the heights and also the strength this time around again, trying to give a bit of charge. That's a challenge. It's a massive challenge for the batter. He's not covering the line. He's not covering the movement at the moment. And that prompts a discussion from the non-striker. What else can he do? There are times you get into trap of aiming for a particular region and you don't get connection, and all of a sudden you get carried away.
Important for Famis to go up to Shamal and talk to him and tell him, don't do anything silly in this last ball. Let's see off this over. We'll get moving in the next one. And looks like he's not paying heed to what his partner is saying. Another very fine over by a bowler from Star CC. Only 2 coming off it. 4 gone is 25 for 3.
He may not have taken many wickets in this tournament, Lithin, but he's been accurate and identifying the length straight away, and kept bowling that channel. Did not try to experiment with it and kept beating the bat. That's the situation. 25 for 3 after 4 overs here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. The top order 3 batters out for 7, 2 and 6 respectively. We got Famis, who is the captain today, for 2 of 3 deliveries, and Shamal is giving him company. Relatively new batters at the crease for the team Phatom Doha, after put into bat in the first quarter final of the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, the first edition of the tournament. They got Shafi, who has taken 1 wicket so far in this tournament and has contributed with 23 runs as well. So he has been introduced, another bowler with his gentle pace, but he has been accurate. So that's a good news for the side operating with fast bowlers. They got plenty of fast bowlers in their unit.
Plays that towards the extra cover region. Very nicely hit. They're looking for the 2 and they'll complete it. That's a wild throw. Finally, some runs coming off the bat.
With the field spread, they need a bit more determination. The fielders who are stationed on the boundary charge at the ball rather than wait for ball to come. It's not test match format, it's a T10 format, so extra determination and aggression is required in the fielding department as well to create pressure on the batters.
Giving it that wild swing once again. Very lucky it didn't crash into the stumps. Leg by signal on this occasion. Another single.
Excellent job behind the stumps by Firoz, the wicketkeeper. That ball was travelling, especially those who do not get many opportunities throughout the year to keep wickets. He's enjoying his role behind the stumps. More changes in the field. The men from the square position comes inside the circle. They got fine leg, square leg inside the circle. Now mid wicket is going on the boundary, around 10 yards from the boundary rope. That's where he is.
Goes for that expansive pull. Again, just hitting the top end of the bat. Just not in position. And the problem today with Phatom Doha is they've just not been able to middle the ball or time it the way they've done in the league stages.
Yes, slightly slower in nature. Deliveries coming at him. Wanted to heave it through the onside and then realizing that ball was not there. Then went with a straight flat shot, not quite making the connection. The timing has been issue in this inning so far from the batters. This time works the ball through the onside. Again, an ill-timed shot.
And in the process, they scamper back for the second. The bowler not impressed on this occasion. Shafi with the fielder. No bowler likes to give that extra run on this occasion. Had it been on target, that throw, it would have just created a moment. But for Mees and Shamal, one thing they've done well is they've run really nicely in the middle.
Against good, accurate bowling, strike rotation is key and they've been able to do it. Now man at the cover on the edge of the 30-yard circle.
Again, just taking his eyes off the ball on this occasion and giving it a wild swing. I'll tell you what, Star CC will not at all be disturbed with things in the middle.
They're controlling the controllables. That's about identifying the lines and lengths that they want to bowl, and they're executing it quite beautifully at the moment, taking the pace of the ball as well. Different types of fast bowlers have been used, but everyone was aware about what length to bowl and was successful in identifying the areas as quickly as possible.
How did that miss the stumps is everybody's question. It was exposed. All 3 stumps were there for everybody to see, but the ball passes by. And another very fine over comes to an end at the halfway stage. Star CC have done exceptionally well to keep Phatom Doha to 32 for 3.
Juman George setting the tone with that early wicket from his first over, though he conceded 12 runs, and then an excellent contribution coming in from Azharuddin, taking 2 wickets for 5, and Nitin with a change of pace and good accurate back of line deliveries, just conceding 2, and Shafi conceding 5 from his solitary over. Wicket to fall, 8 for 1.
Nitin was very impressive. I just like the length he had got early on when he was introduced into the attack. Back of the length, generating some pace, keeping the batters on the back foot inside the crease. We can see some field changes being made. Third man is very fine. There's no fine leg in place at the moment. A deep square leg and a short fine leg. Oh, he slashed that over the extra cover region. That's racing away to the boundary, and it'll be 4 as well. This time in complete control. It was in the air for a while, but in vacant area.
Was waiting for that outside edge rather than a thumping stroke from the batsman, digging it short, giving a bit of room to himself, and decided to hit it in front of square on the offside. Once he got it over the top of that fielder inside the circle at the cover point position, it was always travelling to the boundary for 4.
Good start to the over here for Phatom Doha. Pressure on Lithin. He's conceded a boundary of the very first ball. There's the backward point in place. Third man, deep square leg, long on, long off. Gives that a mighty flick, misses it. Ball pitching outside leg, an ambitious appeal on this occasion.
Good pace on the ball. Umpire signalling it a leg by. In his opinion, it was drifting down the leg side and also pitching outside the leg stump as well. So good comeback after conceding a boundary. Different length. Looking to trap the batsman in front. Just drifting a bit. Continuing to make changes in the field. It's irritation for a bowler when left and right in combination is in the center.
Gives it the big mighty charge. One bounce into the ropes as well for a 4. This is a much convincing shot by Shamal.
Setting himself up for this kind of shot. Was waiting for that kind of delivery. A little bit of shuffle and then clearing his front leg and maintaining his head position and hitting it straight down the ground from the center of the plate. A confidence boosting shot. A shot that's going to give a lot of conviction about his batting methods to Shamal.
Good over this for Phatom Doha. They found a move on. Shuffles in the crease once again. And it's again a boundary. This time behind square. Just going in with the angle and flicking it off his pads.
Taking all chances. No fieldsman in that position. Behind the square on the onside. The angle and also pace on the ball. Almost travelling to the boundary for his 6. But just landing inside. It's 4. 3 boundaries already from this over. 1 cut through the offside, and then hitting one down the ground, and then getting one on the leg stump and smashing it to the boundary. This has been a profitable over. 14 already.
This time he gives the charge, and it's even better. It's maximum. Shamal is turning it on. The momentum has shifted in favor of the Phatom Doha, and in the process they get to their 50 as well.
A scintillating stroke. Is coming down the pitch, maintaining his shape once again, straight as an arrow. A very well timed and decisive stroke from Shamal. He's making a move on here. 20 already conceded by Lithin. 4. 1 leg by 4, 4, 6 from this over was excellent in first, but this has been a game-changing over. All of a sudden 51 for 3 now.
Again tries to find a scoring opportunity, but what a turnaround this has been. What a counter attack by Phatom Doha. And this over has turned out to be very costly for Star CC.
19 runs coming from this over. 52 for 3. Plenty of boundaries coming from this over from Lithin. The first one was width given and with no protection available in front of his score on the offside. It was taken care of by lofting that ball over the top of the man at the cover point and then getting into good position, shuffling across and anticipating a fuller length delivery, smashing it back for 4. The bowler had to do something different. Shamal just shuffling and waiting for ball to come around. It was a fuller length delivery, but was drifting on the pads and was smashed behind square for 4. Good aggression and then charging down the pitch, converting a good delivery, good length delivery into half volley and hitting it straight down the ground for a 6. a momentum changing over where he collected 19 runs. Azharuddin, who has taken 2 wickets for 5 from his solitary over, has been introduced from the industrialist tent.
When in trouble, go to Azharuddin, they say. Oh, quicker this time, but nicely played, just using the pace on this occasion.
Advantage with the T10 format is that anything can change in span of 6 deliveries. Just that one over they were looking forward to get into some kind of batting momentum, and Famiz and Shamal in particular, who took charge, and they got benefited by that as well.
Pressure all of a sudden on the Star CC side. After a wonderful start, they've just lost that momentum midway. Oh, slashed and slashed hard towards backward point. The fielder will not be able to cut that off. Another very fine shot within the air, but in the gap, and it'll be 4 more.
Using his forearms to good effect, the better the width was given, and generating tremendous power into the stroke and powering away to the field, defeating the intentions of the fieldsman on the boundary to prevent that ball from travelling to the boundary, but it was hit with tremendous power.
On that occasion, the fielder rolling over the ball did well to get there. But what a turnaround in momentum. Shuffles this time around. They take another single. This could be close. The shy of the stumps. Misses. They go for the second as well on the overthrow. Opportunities galore. And they're looking for the third. This is very good cricket. The two fielders are ball watching it long on and long off. And the bowler as well, Azharuddin, is not happy with their intent in the middle.
You can understand the reaction from the bowler. The first thing first, well-deceived delivery. There was only single available maximum. There was no need to make a throw, bullet throw, but they went with the throw and then clumsy in the field. There should have been only single 3 runs conceded.
Outside edge. He'll go down to third man for a single. Fortune favors the brave, and at the moment Shamal and Famiz. And look at this. Will that be called a dead ball? Was it in play? No, says yes, says the umpire. And a run has been conceded because the fielders of Star CC have all of a sudden become very complacent.
Awareness on the field, looking for every opportunity available. There was no need to make through again. Not quite in position to back it up, and hence conceding extra run. 62 for 3 after 6.4 overs. Again looking to heave it through the onside. There is a protection on the boundary, and byes will be signaled from the umpire. Conceding plenty of extras, need to be a bit more tight in the field, bit more aware about where the ball is, whether there is a need to make a throw or not, and hence this hasn't been tight effort in the fielding department. In particular the bowling, you cannot blame him for his variations in the way he's been executing his deliveries, but he needs support.
Gives that a wild swing. Has it got an inside edge towards the fine leg boundary? We'll have to wait for confirmation. Yes, it is. 4 more coming from the bat, this time from Famiz. And it's been raining boundaries here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium.
Nothing wrong from the nature of delivery. Looking for that Yorker. Getting the inside edge, beating the wicketkeeper. Saving the stumps, beating the wicketkeeper, and down to the boundary. No chance for the fieldsman to cut it off. A lucky boundary coming off the last ball of the over. 44 of 24. This has been great partnership. Quite a recovery in the batting department after slow and sedate start for the team. Phatom Doha after put into bat. 21 of 12 from the blade of Mohammad Famiz and 20 of 14 from Shamal. Partnership contribution equal as well, 20-20.
This is the first of the 4 quarterfinals being played out. There's a small little break in the middle, and quickly Star CC have got into their huddle and having a cabinet meeting. Yes, they need to lift their spirits. Their energies have dropped. Their shoulders have dropped. They need to come back hard in the next 18 deliveries and restrict the opposition is the discussion. Can they do that? At the moment, Famiz and Shamal are looking unstoppable.
Yeah, that huddle was required. What Captain Shaw happening in throughout the over. and decided to bring everyone into the notice that things are going out of their grasp. Anything above 100 will be challenging total. That's true in the quarterfinal. So it's about giving 200% and showing a bit more aggression, bit more determination in the field. And that's what they're trying to achieve. So hence the message has been communicated by the captain. And Abdul, who bowled an impressive first over, just conceding 4, has been introduced into the bowling attack from the QCA end, with third man on the boundary, man at the sweeper on the offside, and a long off on the offside. That's the field for the right-handed batter. Shamal, 20 of 14 to face.
Throws its bat at this one. They steal another single. They're running for practically everything. This partnership has looked so impressive, not just with the big hits, but also the manner in which both of them have coordinated their strike rotation.
Yeah, good communication between the two batters. Who was looking for a boundary, option not getting, was spotting the opportunity. There was a single possibility of getting a single through, and that adds to the frustration of the bowler as well, because he bowled an excellent delivery but has conceded a single, and the strike rotation as well. Now the left-hand batter to take strike, third man on the boundary, man at the point on the boundary, on the offside. It tells us something about his strength through the square of the wicket. We have already seen a couple of strokes through the square of the wicket on the offside.
Fuller this time picked up towards the mid-wicket region. There's no protection there. It'll be 4 more. I'll tell you what, Famiz is batting like a man possessed in the middle, and he shifted gears now.
Strong whip within the line of the stumps. That should have been outside the off stump, as the field was set by the captain, but drifting on the pads from the middle stump. He generated enough power to dispatch it towards the mid-wicket for 4. Boundary achieved along the ground from Famiz.
Well, the angle is coming into the batter this time around. Gives the charge on this occasion. Had readied himself for another big hit. Single towards covers.
Good pace on this delivery from Abdul Hutta. Not changing. Saw the batsman coming down the pitch. Did not change his length. Decided to go with predetermined length and just conceding a single with that quick delivery. Abdul Hutta.
Down the ground. Ricochets off the stumps, goes towards the mid-wicket region, and that was almost going for a 4. They're looking for the third, but he's been sent back. Everything panning out the Phatom Doha way at the moment.
Last 4 overs have been quite productive in batting department for the team Phatom Doha. 73 for 3 now. Abdul conceding single, 1 leg by, then 4 and single again. Then 2 of the previous delivery.
Much better. Back of the length delivery outside the off stump. Realizing the batters are eyeing the mid-wicket cow corner region.
No matter what the format is, back of the length delivery, and it's hit into the pitch, it always works. Again, summoning the right nature of delivery, right kind of delivery when he was under pressure to finish the over well. Can he finish the over well? That's the question. Will there be a boundary?
This could be close. This could be very close. And yes, the batter is run out. Famiz has to depart.
First thing first, slower delivery. Saw the batsman charging down the pitch, operating from around the wicket, came down the track and then not quite making the connection. They went for the single. They had to go with no other option. The bowler was spot on with his urgency, getting down and knocking the stumps off. So wicket has been achieved in form of run out, and this has been a good comeback over from Abdul Hutta as well, completing his quota of 2 overs, conceding 11, considering the fact that he's bowled the opening over and then again in the death overs, always challenging periods to bowl. From his captain today for the team, Phatom Doha goes for 26 of 14, and it's a wicket number 4 for the team Star CC to celebrate after 8 overs. So that conference has worked. 75 for 4, 2 overs to go in the first innings. Sunez comes to the crease. not impressive card to show, betting card in this tournament. But if he does well for the next few deliveries, he will be hero for the team.
There was no run in that whatsoever, and in the process, an in-form, dangerous batsman has had to go back to the dugout, and a new man comes in. Shafi, 5 runs off his first over. Oh, he's given the charge on this occasion. Once again, hits it in the vacant area. It falls short of the fielder as the batsman complete 2 runs. So Shamal continues to attack.
Again, the wicketkeeper is not happy. Bowler is not happy with the effort from the fieldsman. He wants him to attack and keep it to a single. Was waiting for ball to arrive at him, and hence took that extra time to make a throw, and that allowed the batters to read the intention, read the aggression from the fielding unit, and going back for the second successfully.
Some variable bounce and offer there. This one keeping low. Dot ball. Chest of gold at the moment.
It's pulling wide off stump, not rising to the expectation of the batsman on that occasion. Getting a dot ball through, where this ball is going to be bowled. Full length delivery, and knocked down the ground for a single. Brilliant over so far. This from Shafi. Over number 9, 9th of the competition. The scoring rate is 9.18 at the moment for the team. Phatom Doha. Got Shamal, who is betting on 25, is at the non-striker end, and soon as gets the opportunity to get his first run.
Down the ground, they're running the first run fast. They challenge the arm on this occasion, and this looks to be a very good run once again. Star CC have just dropped in intensity in the middle, and making full use of it are the Phatom Doha batters.
Yeah, good intensity when it comes to running between the wicket. As soon as opening his account, getting 2. Good aggressive running between the wicket. The boundary is hard to come by on this surface where there is variable bounce available, and also variable pace as well in this surface, though it's been very well rolled and compressed pitch here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Total of 25 matches have already taken place on this pitch.
Giving the charge again on this occasion, but a very nice delivery, just preempting the charge, and that was dug in shot. A very good delivery here by Shafi.
Yeah, this time around hitting the deck and getting that extra lift from the surface, as batsman wanted to come down the pitch to hammer him down the ground. Going with that delivery, using his shoulders and getting the ball to lift. Can he finish the over well? 5 runs from this over so far. And there is a misfield despite of having fieldsmen right behind the wicketkeeper.
Footwork, not in the middle, but in the outfield for a change. Saves a certain boundary, but what should have been a dot ball ends up being runs.
9 overs have been bowled in the first innings in the first quarter final of 2022 KCA T10 Ramadan Cup. Phatom Doha put into bat. Lost wickets early, 7-6 from the blade of Yashwant Safiq and Sajid Mulali, but 26 of 14 from Famit steadying the ship, and then Shamal is stroking the ball beautifully, 25 of 21, and Sunez has just come to the crease, 2 of 3. Last over, 82 for 4, would like to get around 95 to make it competitive. And it's a quarter-final, Mikhail. 1 or 2 early wickets in the chase. It can be an engrossing chase as well.
Anything above 90 will be the par score, Devinder, on this pitch. We've seen it in the past as well. Qasim introduced into the attack. 58 runs for him with the bat. Anything above 90, always an intimidating target as well. Remember, this is the quarterfinals. You don't have a second chance. You can't come back into the competition. The winner stays, the loser goes home. These 6 deliveries will be very crucial for both the sides.
Got third man on the boundary. Man at the extra cover on the boundary. This time he hits it hard along the ground and will be picked by the fieldsman. Wants the second run. The throw is wild one. Still the hesitation. Chance for an out. He needed a direct hit. He managed to direct it. And it seems the batter has got the safety of the crease.
Well, it's been a comedy of errors, let me tell you. The batters are just playing around with the fielders. Yes, no, yes, no. 3 fielders converging on the ball. Non-strikers backed up at the halfway mark of the pitch, and then suddenly the ball is struck at the striker's end, ricocheted off the stumps, goes somewhere. They're still looking for another run. It's a comedy of errors. Oh, he pulls it, does not quite connect it, and they'll take a single towards mid-wicket. Azruddin there, just gasping for some air. Hot and humid conditions out here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. It was breezy some time back, and now that has just slowly disappeared. 4 legal deliveries left. Phatom Doha eyeing that 95 run mark. Maybe 100 if they get the big hits as well. Square leg moves to deep square leg. Third man comes up. There's a deep extra cover. Long on, long off, and a mid wicket as well. 3 on the off inside the circle. 2 behind point. Gives the charge. Gone high up in the air. It'll fall in no man's land. They'll run the second one as well. This could be close. It's an underarm weak throw, and the batters complete 2 comfortably. Phatom Doha have not been challenged by the fielding of Star CC this evening. The fielders have just ball watched and not maintained that high energy and intensity. 86 for 4, 3 more to go. Phatom Doha in Group A were the most impressive side on display, topping the table. Once again, after a poor start, losing 3 early wickets, they've come back really well. Top edge and 4. Third man's up in the circle. Make that 90 for 4 in 9.4. That's how it has turned out for Phatom Doha this evening. They've taken their chances and it has paid dividends as well.
Going for that back of land region, digging it short, getting the top edge. And once it goes over the top of the keeper, the outfield is lightning quick, ball traveling to the boundary for 4. A much needed boundary in the final over in the first innings of the first quarter final of QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022. 90 for 4. A psychological barrier has been breached by the batting team from the kind of start that they got in batting department. Mikhail losing wickets, not quite getting runs at the rate that they wanted in the first 3 overs. Pulled away.
Oh my God, what have we just witnessed? Absolute disaster in the middle by the fielding side. He ran the second one on the throw, did Shamal, and he was no way making it for the second run. And the wicket-keeper just does a backhanded weak flip, or rather flick onto the stumps, and they complete 2 runs.
That summarizes the fielding performance so far. The bowling has been very good from the team Star CC, but the fielding hasn't been conceding plenty of extra runs. There was never a second available. The ball was always in the hand of the keeper, and to drop this time trying to whack it through the onside. Good bouncing delivery. It seems the bowlers trying everything to contain. The fielders haven't been supportive in this effort. Lack of energy in the field is one of the major reasons behind a recovery in the batting department for the team. Phatom Doha, after put into bat, managing 93 for 4. They lost wickets early in the proceeding. Yashwant getting out early for 7 of 6, 2, 6 and 26 from the blade of Famiz, the captain today. 34 of just 26 deliveries from Shamal. Only the bright spot in the batting department alongside Famiz, 26. Managing 93 for 4. The bowlers were disciplined and they got early wickets as well. 1 wicket for 12 from Joman George, the captain of the side. 2 for 19 in 2 overs for Azharuddin. And rest of the bowlers were supportive to the act, quite economical. Shafi Ahmed conceding 10 in 2 overs and 10 in single over from Kashim Churi as well. Looking at the format and what can be done in this format, this has been an excellent bowling performance with better fielding effort. They could well have kept them below 80, but managing 93 for 4. Yeah, they lost wickets, but plenty of boundaries as well in this innings, getting the ball half volley on the leg stump, and they came out to open the batting, was dispatched away to the boundary with minimal effort. Then just slaughtering it through the cover and extra cover. A lofted stroke. Most of the boundaries hit there. Then Nitin Kumar was introduced, and again width given, which was taken care of by hitting it over the top of the man at the point position. He's got a lot of runs from that area. Then shuffle and launch down the ground. Shamal was impressive with his stroke making, getting those key boundaries away for the team. 4 boundaries from that over. Then the one on the leg stump was angling towards his pads, and with the pace that he had, he was successful in getting the ball away to the square and then hitting it straight down the ground for a maximum 6 down the ground.
Oh yes, it was great counter-attack here by Phatom, though they lost early wickets, but then it was Famiz and Shamal who decided to just turn things around. Lucky on occasions, getting an inside edge there. That one going towards the fine leg boundary. At that passage of play, when Phatom Doha completely changed the momentum. Picked up nicely on this occasion towards the mid-wicket region. They didn't miss out on the scoring opportunities, and that's where their partnership was highlighted. They looked strong on both sides of the wicket. They were edgy, they were lucky, but it all came in very handy as they got to 93 for 4 in the 10 overs.
Excellent recovery after losing early wickets and not getting many runs in the first 3 overs. It's been a tremendous recovery in the batting department. Joman George starting the proceeding for the side and getting early wicket with their slower delivery aimed at the stumps, and then they needed another wicket, in which was provided by Azharuddin to a short lifting delivery, straightforward catch at the square leg region. Batter was surprised by that extra bounce from him and getting the top edge and flying it straight through to the hands of the fieldsman on the boundary. Nitin taking a simple catch on the boundary and then trying to whack it through the onside. The run out. The fielding was poor, but bowler was spot on that occasion in running the batter out.
And after a very, very ordinary start, Phatom Doha recovered very well and got to 93 for 4 in this fixture. Well, it's been a very good outing for Phatom Doha, and I'm sure they'll want to give themselves a chance of making it into the semis. Aves Khan, in conversation with Devinder Kumar early in the day, did speak about his side's chances and his experience as well.
Phatom Doha is playing against the team Star CC in the first quarter final of the 2022 QCA T10 Ramadan Cup, and I've been joined by bright fast bowling talent Aves from the team Phatom Doha. Aves, आप हमें बताइए कि इस टूर्नामेंट में खेलने का आपका अब तक का एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह एक्सपीरियंस तो माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छा है, क्योंकि फ़र्स्ट टाइम मेरा है कि मैं यानी कि इतने बड़ा किसी टूर्नामेंट में हिस्सा ले रहा हूँ, तो माशाल्लाह बहुत ज़बरदस्त एक्सपीरियंस है। और जो यहाँ पे जो इन्होंने किया हुआ है माशाल्लाह, इंतज़ाम जो किया हुआ माशाल्लाह बहुत ज़बरदस्त है, और इंशाल्लाह हमारी पूरी कोशिश है कि हम ये जीत के जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह।
चूँकि ये क्वार्टर फाइनल मैच है, प्रेशर मैच है, क्योंकि जो टीम हारेगी वो बाहर चली जाएगी, तो आपकी कुछ विशेष प्रिपरेशन है इस क्वार्टर फाइनल के लिए?
जी जी, पूरी इंशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह पूरी तैयारी है। तो इंशाल्लाह हमारा यही रहेगा कि शुरू में यानी कि अगर हम टॉस जीत जाते हैं अर्ली ऑन, हमारा यानी कि यही रहेगा कि प्रेशर डालें उन पे। और जैसे कि पिच में बहुत यानी कि मूवमेंट है फास्ट बॉलर्स के लिए, वैसे तो मुश्किल होता है T10, क्योंकि गेम ही ऐसी है कि इसमें यानी कि मार उठाई है, ठीक है। इसमें यानी कि 80 आप लोगों ने 80 करनी है, लेकिन जैसे कि पिच है माशाल्लाह बहुत ज़बरदस्त है फास्ट बॉलर्स के लिए, यानी कि इसमें बीच में स्विंग भी है, तो इंशाल्लाह हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे कि उनको कम से कम टारगेट पे यानी कि वो करें।
देखिए, जब जब आप T10 फॉर्मेट खेलते हैं तो बाउंड्री जाती है, तो एक प्रेशर रहता है कि बहुत सारी बाउंड्रीज लीक होगी, तो किस तरह से आप अपने माइंड को प्रिपेयर करते हैं कि आप जो नेक्स्ट डिलीवरी आप डाल रहे हैं वो एकदम राइट एरिया के अंदर पड़े?
माशाल्लाह इसमें टीम का भी बड़ा किरदार है। ज़ाहिर बात है बाउंड्री पड़ जाती है, T10 का फॉर्मेट है, यानी कि तेज़ तो खेलेंगे, लेकिन इसमें कैप्टन का बड़ा किरदार है। बाकी सीनियर्स प्लेयर्स हैं वो जैसे आके कवर करते हैं माशाल्लाह, कि चलो खैर कोई नहीं। अब ज़ाहिर बात है दूसरे भी खेलने आए हैं तो लग ही जाते हैं, फिर ये है कि वो सीनियर्स प्लेयर्स पे डिपेंड करता है, वो आके अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह कवर कर जाते हैं हमें।
और अब बात करते हैं कि जो बॉलिंग के अंदर जो वेरिएशंस होते हैं, तो आपके पास बहुत सारी स्लो डिलीवरीज होनी चाहिए, या फिर जो प्रॉपर जो एक चैनल हो जाता है जिसमें टेस्ट मैच के अंदर बॉलिंग करते हैं, लाइन एंड लेंथ डालते हैं, वो बॉलिंग चल जाती है T10 के अंदर?
नहीं, T10 के अंदर आपको जैसे यानी कि बैट्समैन हमेशा यानी कि मारने के लिए तैयार ही रहता है, तो उसके लिए वेरिएशंस होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, स्पेशली स्लो बॉल गैरा कटर आपके पास, ऑफ कटर, लेग कटर, ठीक है, ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। वरना टेस्ट मैच वाली बॉलिंग है वो तो मुश्किल है, गुजारा मुश्किल है बॉलर्स के लिए, तो बस यही है, वैरायटी बहुत ज़रूरी है यहाँ पे।
आप हमें ये बताइए कि आपका फोकस की अप्रोच क्या रहती है? क्या बैट्समैन को आउट करना प्रॉपर लाइन एंड लेंथ से, या फिर उसकी रीच से बाहर उसे मिस टाइम करवा करके, या फिर बाउंड्री को कंटेन करना रहता है?
अर्ली ऑन तो देखें जैसे बॉलर्स को स्विंग मिलती है, ठीक है, बॉलर्स की यही कोशिश होती है कि विकेट की तरफ जाए, ठीक है। जब नई बॉल मूव होना ख़त्म हो जाती है तब बॉलर्स का यही यानी कि वो रहता है कि यानी कि बीट करने पे जाते हैं, फिर माइंड नहीं जाता यानी कि स्विंग करें या आउट करें, बस बॉल बीट करने पे जाते हैं, क्योंकि छोटा फॉर्मेट है, T10 है, तो उसमें बॉल बीट करने पे ज़्यादा फोकस रहता है।
आवेश, हमसे बात करने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
तो ये थे आवेश, जो कि फास्ट बॉलर है और बहुत चैलेंजेस है T20 फॉर्मेट के अंदर। इज ए फास्ट बॉलर, लॉट ऑफ challenges in T10 format, how to bowl, what variations needs to be executed in order to be successful in T10 format of the game, and he thinks that his team is well prepared for this quarter final.
Thank you, Devinder. Awais Riaz over there in conversation with Devinder, stating that it's been a very great experience of just playing on the surface in this new setup and environment. Well, they've done a fine job with the bat, putting on 93. Can they curtail their opponents? Star CC. It is quarterfinal 1. We are coming to you live from the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. We are all set for the chase, with Star CC in pursuit of 94 in 10 overs at a run rate of 9.4. And soon after that chat, I have with me Devinder Kumar back in the comm box.
Thank you, Mikhail, and good evening to everyone tuning in from around the globe. This live broadcast coming in from Asian Town Cricket Stadium, located on the outskirts of Doha, Qatar, just outside that industrial area. Lights flickering in the backdrop, lights on here on this grassy green field, and a challenging surface for the batters. If bowlers get the ball in right areas, there is a lot of support, and as we have seen in the first innings with pace variation and hitting the back of length region, fast bowlers have been rewarded for their efforts. Getting to 93 for 4, 94 to win. Khalid has come out to open the batting for the team. 17 runs so far in this competition. He's been struggling to get himself off to a flying start of his team, and today is the day, the quarter-final. The big batters always look for these kind of opportunities. Gopal Kumar has been in a great form with bat 55 runs already in this first quarter-final. Star is the key. Don't lose wickets if you're batting unit early.
Giving that a wild swing, that was carrying way over the wicketkeeper's head, and a wide signalled. First runs on the board, courtesy an extra.
Tennis ball bounce, hitting the deck, getting the ball to bounce, and it bounced well above the head in the standing position, well above the shoulder, and no wonder it has been given as a wide and one bouncer from the over as well. Firoz taking 1 wicket in his 4 matches for the team. 2 without loss, and first legitimate delivery yet to be registered on the scorecard.
Oh yes, zeros everywhere, but the team score, which is 2, courtesy that extra and the run on that extra ball. quicker again. He's bowling it at some pace here, Firoz.
He's been bowling accurately throughout the tournament, and again in the right channel. The quicker delivery, trying to trap the batsman in front, trying to bring the ball back into the left-handed batter. It's just drifting down the leg side. It's 3 for no wicket. Another extra added. It's got a man at the fine leg position on the boundary, and third man on the boundary. 2 men allowed outside the 30-yard circles in the first 3 overs, the mandatory power play overs, where the batting unit would like to take maximum advantage, but they are facing Firoz in fine form.
Gets an outside edge, is running away to the third man boundary. Football skills come into place. That's a good stop. Certain 4 stopped, 3 runs saved.
A cracking delivery from Firoz, getting the ball to bounce, and is bowling rapidly here and accurately to Firoz, producing the outside edge out of reach of any fieldsman inside the 30-yard circle. The possibility of creating a catching opportunity is almost close. Now Gopakumar here to open his account, will be facing Firoz.
He's getting the ball to move from the right-hander. This will be coming into the left-hander. If he's on target, cramping him for room, is generating pace and bounce here, Firoz. This is very hostile bowling.
Normally very good with his outswingers to the right and better. Sticking to his strength, looking to bowl a quick ball with movement into the left-hand batsman, and was successful in forcing the batsman to get into compromising position to play that shot. Good fiery start from Firoz.
Gives that a wild swing, but look at the shape he's getting on it. Back of the length, getting it into the right-handed batter, and that's what I was mentioning, Devinder. Had that not had bounce, that could have crashed onto the stumps as well.
Well, the bowling has been fantastic throughout the tournament as well, because of that extra bounce ball rising over the stumps there on that occasion. And he's using his shoulders as well, hitting the deck and getting the ball to bounce, and can bowl swinging deliveries as well. A lethal combination for any bowler.
Standing outside the crease there to negate any kind of movement. So the top over here by Firoz. Again, a Yorker length delivery right underneath the bat. He's not been able to find answers, Gopakumar, at the moment.
Outfoxing, outthinking the bowler on that occasion. The batter rather on that occasion, Firoz. Batsman was expecting a short ball because he was standing outside the crease. But Firoz going with a full length delivery almost yoked him. In the process, getting a dot ball not far away from the leg stump as well. First over was ferocious over from Firoz. It's 4 without a loss, with a delivery to go.
One for the over, and that was a very well directed bouncer. That was more of a delivery that reminded the batsman that stay in your crease. 1 over gone, it's 4 for no loss. A wonderful over comes to an end, and we are watching Ooredoo Presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup, powered by Elite Sports.
And it's a network that Ooredoo transmits. It's as accurate and as quick as Firoz has bowled that last ball. A cracking bouncer, which will certainly create some kind of doubt in the mind of the batter as well. It's a scary thought, facing a quick bouncer. That's too when you're playing T10 version of the game, and that's where bouncers can be effective, as we have seen, Mikhail, throughout the tournament, that most of the bowlers were successful in getting dot balls and wickets through bouncers, where they look for that bouncer for a dot delivery, and at times as wicket-taking delivery as well. Other formats, they use the bouncer to set the batsman up unless somebody has propensity of getting out to bounces. More changes inflicted in the field. Second over of the innings with the man at the fine leg on the boundary, third man up in the circle, and they got man at the mid wicket on the boundary, fine leg and mid wicket on the boundary. Got chain of fieldsmen on the offside, mid off, man at the cover, man at the point position, backward of point, third man up in the circle, square leg on the onside, and mid on the onside inside the circle. Lifts it over. Two fielders have the opportunity. One of them will drop it.
It was in there for a very long time. Mid wicket and long on, converging into it. That only got elevation, no distance. Back of the hand delivery on this occasion was skied high, but the technique there very poor. Away from the body, on top of his head, and these are ingredients of a drop catch. Life given, runs conceded, and the batter Khalid gets a reprieve.
Imagine a wicket. Avish Khan will be furious. The opportunity was created but not taken. Full toss, what a revenge. Though wasn't the greatest of delivery.
What just happened? That was a full delivery. Elementary stuff here for the batter. He could have hit it anywhere and to any part of the ground, but he let it crash into his stumps. A dipping full toss and Phatom Doha strike in the second over.
Had a chat with Avish Khan earlier today and was of the opinion that he always looks for wickets. It does not matter whether it's a T10 or T20 or a 50 over game, as he gets wicket with a full toss wicket of Khalid. So early stutter, early wicket for the team Phatom Doha as Avish Khan strikes in his first over. It's 6 for 1.
Pressure on Star CC, 94 to get quarterfinal. The loser is knocked out, and they're right now 6 for 1 in the second over. Qasim makes his way to the middle. They have the batters. They bat deep. They need a partnership coming at a rapid rate at the moment. And looking at the way Awais Riaz is bowled, he's riding on a sea of confidence, making those changes in the field.
It's how you make them feel in the center when they come to the crease. Got plenty of batters who have been getting opportunities and getting runs as well. It's not beyond their capacity, but Avish Khan has done the early damage to the team star by removing Khalid early.
Wonderful delivery once again, right underneath the bat. Awais Riaz has come into bowl like a breath of fresh air for Phatom Doha.
He's bowling with full speed. He's bowling full as well. All three deliveries looking to target the stumps. The first one was catch dropped. Second, getting the wicket with a full toss, and third one again right into the block hole. With a new bowler, it's a great skill to have, and Avish Khan is searching for this wicket and is bowling aggressively, full-length deliveries.
Taken on the full this time, plays it behind backward of square misfield. That's running away to the boundary as well. Enough legs. What will be cut off? 2 runs completed.
Fielding has to be a bit better, as we saw in the first innings as well. Things could have been different if they had a bit more urgency and determination in preventing the boundaries or not making unnecessary throws in the first innings as well. And once again, 2 runs conceded.
Once again, not a convincing shot from the bat, but they'll take it at this stage. Plays it towards backward point. This time it should run away to the square leg boundary. that won't be cut off. He's been eyeing that area. He's been closing the face of the bat. And this time around, Gopakumar gets a 4.
Again searching for a full length delivery. It's, picking it from middle stump, and with better effort this could have been also saved, but ball travelling to the boundary, but it was hit with some power from Gopakumar. 13 for 1 here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, Doha, Qatar. Quarter-final, number 1 in the chase. They still need 81 to win, with 9 wickets standing. Beaten with a fuller length delivery as he marks the end of the first over. A very good over this, 8 for 1. We are here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium chatting away about the things that have transpired so far in this tournament, and it has been quite experience describing cricket from Qatar. Mikhail?
Indeed, it's been a wonderful experience here coming to the Asian Town Cricket Stadium and to call these wonderful matches. A great opportunity for them, good chance for all of us as well to have a look at the domestic structure and players on display as well.
So, Shahzad has been given the ball from the industrial street end. Got fielder on the boundary behind the square on the onside at the square leg region. And third man.
Wonderful delivery to begin with. Shehzad's getting some steep bounce here, just maintaining that line outside off.
There has been this strategy so far in this innings, hitting the backup length region. Though always went with the full length deliveries, he was successful. Different bowlers have different strengths, and it's always good to stick to what works for you rather than what is working on this surface, what is working for other bowler.
Just going back at that shot once again, the batter just giving some room for himself to play that shot. Should have got behind it, but he went away from the delivery to cut that away. That's why it became difficult for him to reach out to it. Lovely delivery. Look at the carry. Look at that movement. How nicely it's leaving his hand. Just winning the accolades of his teammates as well. They are enjoying this length that he's found.
Typical test match length and line from Shahzad, getting shape as well away from the batter for that outside nick. Searching for wicket. Is he going to get the nick through to the keeper? Two excellent deliveries in this over.
This time getting it in. Quick single behind backward point. But the length that Shehzad has found, I don't think so any bowler has consistently found that length so far in this tournament.
Also is hitting this seam as well, getting seam movement as well on that occasion. Ball came back sharply after pitching. So he's hitting the seam, he's hitting the exact line that he should be operating with exact length. No wonder it's creating plenty of problems for the batters.
I just reckon in hindsight, Captain Joman George of Star CC, would he regret the decision of fielding first after winning the toss? You don't want to play catch up in a knockout game, and at the moment they are. Star CC chasing 94. Shehzad in the middle of a wonderful over. Once again, it's that length, not coming underneath that one. Just falls short of the fielder at backward square leg. Now that was in the air for a while.
Problems plenty. Runs not coming. Forget about getting boundaries, even singles are hard to come by at the moment. Again, at backup length region, getting that extra lift, managing the top pitch as well, just falling short of the fieldsman at the square leg region. This has been a superb over already from Shahzad.
Wide signaled.
Foolish delivery, slightly wide of Phatom and the movement taking it further away. The current run rate is 6 runs per over, but they need many more in order to stay afloat in this quarter-final. The pressure game here, the first quarter-final of QCA T10 Ramadan Cup here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium under lights. Shahzad. Good delivery again, getting the ball to move up the seam back into the right-hander, getting a little bit of extra lift from the surface as well. His seam presentation, his line and length, and he's the only bowler who's getting movement off the surface. Otherwise we have seen bowlers getting the ball to swing around, but not many deliveries seamed around.
Oh yes, Shahzad Iqbal, tall, well built, comes in with a very high arm action, bends his back on the point of delivery. He's certainly got that ball to move and deviate off the surface, and he's asked questions too to the batters in the middle. It's not been easy to score off him. Again down the leg, the length may have been good, but the line has all of a sudden lost its way.
Challenger bowling to right and left hand better. Deviation, further taking it away down the leg side, another extra. Though 5 runs so far in this over.
And Devinder, I just get a little bit of information from the stats team suggesting that this was the 399th wide bowled in the tournament. Not be one of the greatest of records that we'd like to look up to. Makes room on this occasion, pulls it, and he's done it handsomely as well. He's got enough bat. That was more of a hook by the end of it, but he got on top of it and fetches 6. This is a very good shot.
Total commitment into the shot. He gave everything that he had on offer and powering it over that boundary for his 6. Trying to break the shackles, trying to get out of the jail. That was a good committed thump from the batter as he moves on to 13 of 10, and it is 24 for 1. Not bad with that 6, getting the lift now. 70 to win from 42 deliveries at the rate of 10 runs per over, which is gettable, and given the fact that star bowlers have bowled 3 overs already. Shahzad conceding boundary of the last ball of the over. Avish Riaz will continue, who is concentrating on bowling fuller length deliveries.
Star CC will have to keep bringing out these kind of shots just to keep Phatom Doha on their toes. The contest is very much on. You'd want to believe 94 is gettable with 9 wickets in hand and with 42 deliveries. 70 of 42, 9 out of 10 times you'd believe. With 8 wickets in hand, the chasing side is ahead, Devinder.
Driven down the ground, taking the first run quickly, thinking about exploring that opportunity on the wild throw, but that was a good accurate throw. So single conceded of the first ball. Avish Riaz has been bowling fuller length deliveries, searching for those Yorkers with the new ball. Not many bowlers can bowl Yorkers with new balls, but these are different times. We've been seeing the likes of Ferguson and Nokia, Rabada, Jasprit Bumrah.
And in Oman cricket, you have Bilal Khan. You give him that new ball, and the very first ball, he'll bowl it right underneath the bat. That toe crusher will come up, and that too swinging into a right-handed batter. Time and again, Oman's Bilal Khan has done it. Well, he's making some wonderful news with the ball of late in cricket. Hammers it this time towards square leg region. It was just drifting down leg, and all he had to do was go with the angle.
A real club. Again, just clearing his front leg out of the way and smacked it to the square boundary for 4 through the onside. 29 for 1.
Pressure on Phatom Doha at the moment. They've just started to concede extras.
Also, despite bowling 4 out of 6 deliveries right, the conceding boundary of either of the last ball of the over, in some fashion, they've been able to get some boundaries away. Full delivery, almost chopped that one onto the stumps, not quite aware where the fielder was. They needed a direct hit. A non-striker, not quite impressive about the way they ran between the wickets. They needed better communication and conviction about whether to go for a single or not, eventually managing a single. Avis Riaz, 1 for 15. Can he get another wicket and pull things back in their team's favour? Phatom Doha managing 93 on the board in 10 overs. For loss of 4 wickets. Beaten. Again that extra bounce.
Keeping up with that net run rate over there at this point are Star CC. And that's something they cannot afford to drop. That's because the pressure will mount on the batters. If they can find that odd boundary every now and then in an over, they would be doing well to keep up with the pace in pursuit of the target. Oh, gives it a wild swing this time over the field at extra cover. Gets a top edge. They go for the second and they'll complete it comfortably. This is very good cricket here by Star CC.
A combination of running between the wicket and timely boundaries will help the team stay in the hunt for that place in the semi-final of the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup. 33 for 1. They were successful in getting boundary away in this over. $61 to win from 37 deliveries.
Fuller this time underneath the bat, change in pace as well. This time just let the delivery leave his hand rather than with that effort ball that we've seen him bowl. Good ball to end the over. Fuller was gone. It's 33 for 2.
Shooting up. It's 33 for 1. Star CC losing the wicket early but making a good comeback. Last couple of overs have been productive for the team. They've been able to get boundaries away. No wonder it's developing quite good for the team. As a good crowd as well. Well, once again on this thrilling evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Avis Riaz going for 17 in his 2 overs, taking wicket as well, created a catching opportunity as well for the team. It was not taken. And Gop Kumar, man in form, is betting on 18 of 12. And Kasim Churi is betting on 5 of 9 as they need 61 to win from 36. Man at the long off and a long on position on the boundary as they introduce the spinner. And now got the man at the deep square leg position as well. Right on the boundary, man at the square leg inside the 30-yard circle as well. 2 on the onside, 3 on the offside.
Tidy. Good ball to begin quicker through the air, flatter, on target.
Normally they like to attack the spinner straight away to put him off length and also not allow him to bowl those loopy deliveries. Hammered away, powerfully struck, and ball clears the boundary as well, teasingly to the fielder on the boundary.
That shot keeping the fielder interested till the very end. Got a lot of height on this one and came agonizingly close to the fielder at deep mid wicket. Tried hard, but it clears him, and 6 added to the total here for Star CC. They are turning it on. Shorter this time. Another opportunity was presented to the batter.
Shorter and quicker, hurrying the batsman into the stroke. He was beaten not far away from the opposite stump as well. Sunij making a good comeback after conceding a boundary. Fletcher this time around, we will take a single. Both teams can win from this position. 54 to win from 5.2 overs with the required rate of 10.12. Gopakumar, who has been scoring runs consistently for the team, batsman in form, is betting on 25 of 16.
Inside edge on this one. That was short and wide. Very lucky to get away with that. Sunij has been a touch expensive, conceding that 6 of the very second delivery. But Gopakumar has looked so good in the middle. 25 of 16. 8 and 5 deliveries already. Can he finish it off?
With the boundary, that would be the expectation with the spinners in operation. Looking to whack it through the onside, almost dragged that one. Dragging it through the onside, and dot ball to finish the over. Sunij conceding 8 runs from his first over. It's 41 for 1 after 5 overs with 7 extras. 1 for 17 in 2 overs for Avis Riaz, and Firoz bowling solitary over for 3 runs. Shahzad going for 11 in his over, and Sunij conceding 8. Would you like to have Firoz back into the attack, because they need wickets? If they do not take wickets here, despite of having your best bowlers for the death overs, it's not going to be useful.
53 of 30. 9 wickets in hand. Star CC have applied themselves in the middle. Pressure on both the sides, may I add. One good over here or there, and the balance will tilt in favour.
Sajjad has been introduced into the bowling from bowling attack from the QCA end, searching for his first wicket, as he wants to make sure that the third man is slightly wider there inside the 30-yard circle. Fine leg is also wider.
Hits it down the ground towards long off. Running the first run fast.
So spin from both ends. Wants to send that fieldsman from the cover position to the boundary, so they got long off. Man at the deep extra cover on the boundary. Man at the point position on the offside for the cut shot for the leg spinner. And there's a man at the long on, and man on this, rather for the left hand man on the point position on the boundary.
Oh, he's picked that up. He's hit it handsomely as well. The fielder watched it sail over him. Turns into spectator. Gopakumar is bringing out some delightful hits in the middle.
Runs from the previous over as well. This time around, ball coming into him. Steadying himself and launching it straight down the ground. A handsome connection and a handsome 6 as well. Pressure on the bowler now. Getting his length right. That has always been problems for the spinners, especially for leg spinners. Pulled it away. Majestically done. It's gone over the boundary for 6. Back-to-back 6s. And he's turning the heat on the bowling unit now.
Oh, he made that look so easy in the middle. Shot this time. Quickly going back onto the back foot, using the depth of the crease. And look at the power he has on that. Slams into the Ooredoo ad boards here. Back-to-back 6s. 50 up for Star CC. And they are looking good in pursuit of 94. 40 needed now in 4.3 overs.
Aha, it's a hard hit, and it's into the gap for 4. Sudden jump, sudden surge in batting momentum. 2 6s and then a boundary. Clobbering it through the covers.
Is this the over they were eyeing? Is this the moment Star CC were waiting for? 3 deliveries, 16 runs have already come off the bat in boundaries and sixes. We are seeing it all unfold here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, and pressure is on Saad Sajjad.
17 so far from this over.
And after all the storm, single to bring some calmness in the middle.
Picked the momentum really well. Now they need 35 to win from 4.1, bringing the required weight down to 8.40. What's on mind for the right-hand batter? He will take a single, will keep the strike as well. This has been very, very expensive over. 18 coming from it, 19 from this over from the leg spinner's side. And that's the contribution, 42 of just 16 deliveries from the blade of Kumar, and Kasim Churi contributing 8 of 12. This has been a partnership that is helping the team rollicking along. 54 of just 28 deliveries. Back in the contention for the victory and place in the semi-final, the team Star CC, after winning the toss and deciding to bowl first, restricting the opposition to 93, which we thought was a competitive score, given the pressure that is associated with the quarter-final or these kind of knockout matches. After getting up to a good start with the ball containing a line in length, it seemed that it was always going away from the reach of Star CC, but last 3 overs have been so productive, especially that over from Saad the leg spinner, where he conceded 19 runs, giving a real hope to the team to now think about that winning aspect. If they bat sensibly, they should be through with 9 wickets in hand, Mikhail.
I just like the approach here of Star CC, just like the way they've compiled and constructed this chase. 60 for 1, by far it's looked the most sorted, calculated chase by a team in this tournament. No risks, no poor hitting, shot selection has been spot on, running between the wickets, the calling has been wonderful. They've added a method to the madness. Feroz brings himself into the attack.
And also the selection of the bowler to go for big shots. 60 for 1. Feroz, just conceding 3 from the first over, has the responsibility of providing wicket to the team. Break this partnership.
Just hurrying him with pace on this occasion. Qasim.
And from batting perspective, it's about getting through his over without trying to do anything adventurous against his bowling. If they go through this over without losing a wicket here, they will fancy their chances of registering a win in this first quarter final. Long off, man at the long on position on the boundary. Full and straight. That's something you should be aiming at.
Very close again. Much better delivery. Phatom Doha need a good over or 2 here to pull things back in their favor.
1 or 2 wickets. Not only about containing the batters, it's about breaking the partnership as well. If they get the wicket of Kumar, who is on a strike at the moment, it will be a huge boost to their chances. Otherwise, the match is slipping away from their grasp, with 33 to win from 3.4 overs at the run rate of 9 runs per over, with 9 wickets standing.
Plays it towards mid-wicket for a single. Sensible batting here. That's what Gopakumar has done this evening. He's punished the loose balls, and anything that's been worth deserving any merit, he's given it that respect as well.
It looks like at the moment the focus is on a strike rotation, getting through this over of Firoz. They know that he is the danger man in the opposition rank with ball in hand, and with run rate still manageable, they think they can afford to take few singles without throwing the bat of his deliveries.
Sensible cricket again, using the pace of the ball on this occasion.
The bowler cannot do anything extraordinary about this. He's hitting the right areas, he's getting the ball to bounce, he's getting the ball to move as well. But at the moment it's a difficult choice for the captain whether to prevent a single or contain the boundary. The focus has been on containing boundaries rather than the singles here, and no wonder. The strategy is working quite well in the batting department as the focus has been on taking singles of his bowling.
What a chase this has turned out to be by Star CC. What a contest on the cards. This is going down to the final over, let me tell you. This is going down to the wire. A box office hit on the cards. Inside edge, runs down towards the fine leg boundary. Will be cut off by the fielder. They're looking for the second, but a very good effort will keep them to only one.
Well, they've been methodical, they've been meticulous with their plan of chasing this target down. Chose the right bowler to get those 19 runs to give a sudden momentum to the batting team. Looked composed, and Gopakumar in particular holding the innings together is batting on 44, approaching his half century of just 24 deliveries. And Qasim might have taken extra number of deliveries in his 9 of 14, but has complemented Gopak quite well in getting through the difficult spell of fast bowling.
Another single. What they have smartly done is they have decided to see off this over without much risk, but it's a very good bowling effort and performance by Firoz. He completes his 2 overs, conceding only 7. May have gone wicketless, but he's done a fine job.
What else can he do when his rest of the bowlers and fielders not supporting to his task? At one point of time, it looked like at the halfway stage of the match that 93 for 4 will be a challenging total for the team Star CC to get. The start was good from Phatom Doha bowlers, but after that, batters smashing Saad the leg spinner for 19 runs, and from there on, this has been Star CC's game to lose from here, as they need 29 to win from 18 deliveries with 9 wickets in hand. And I think they have seen off the danger already in Firoz, who conceded 7 in 2 overs, and now they will be back to the business of looking for boundaries and taking singles. Taking singles has been the story throughout the innings, but they cannot afford to now drop down the run rate, as Evin has been introduced into the bowling from the QCA end.
Ivan Raj will be in search of wickets. 9 batsmen in the dugout, still waiting to have a crack in the middle and chase down this target of 94. A wicket or 2 here will bring Phatom back in the equation. Oh, he goes for a big mighty heave. Completely misses that.
From bowling perspective, the focus should be on identifying the line lengths and keep bowling there, rather than thinking about that wicket column, 9 wickets in hand, because it's going to be difficult for new batters coming in. If they break the partnership, if they take the wicket of Gopakumar, they are still in the game. They should be thinking like on these lines. Out! Floater well outside the off stump and gifting away to the man stationed on the edge of the 30-yard circle. A wicket gifted, a partnership has been broken, and Ivan has struck. It was a wide-dish delivery. Had he left that one, that would have been declared as a wide, but he has guided it straight into the hand of the fieldsman.
Very soft dismissal against the run of play on this occasion. Qasim departs for 10. Good support to Gopakumar, but that was a very, very Soft dismissal, may I add. Wideish delivery, just hangs his bat out and lobs it to backward point.
Wicket has been achieved by the team Phatom Doha. Which team is favourite to win from here, Mikhail? They just lost the wicket, but Gop Kumar is still there, and Feroz has just walked to the crease.
One good over, it's going to be the batting side, the chasing side. They need one big over here. Remember, the equations in T10 cricket change very fast.
Feroz is stroking the ball beautifully. Has been stroking the ball beautifully throughout the tournament. Has got 54 runs already against his name and has got the reputation of finishing the match. So he has batted in this position under these kind of circumstances, and a lot of expectation from his teammates that he's going to finish the game for their side. He's near the crease, and Gopak Kumar is batting on 44. So they got the batsman who has been around since the beginning of the innings, and this combination, the strike rotation, also the work together will be key. This time he chips one away through the onside to take a single. Into his first over, taking wicket already without conceding, by just conceding a single. Ivan Raj, 66 for 2. And they did not take, did they take a single there?
Fasten your seat belts, ladies and gentlemen. This match is going to give us the thrills, may I add. Gives that the whack through the extra cover region, bisecting the field and teasing the fielders on its way to the boundary. Now this is what Feroz can do. He's been in form, and from ball one, he's showing why he's been sent.
It was a slower delivery, the leg cutter, beating the fieldsman inside the circle, tried his very best with his outstretched hands, and it was hit with tremendous power that he was able to beat the fielder, split the field on the boundary as well. A much needed boundary in batting department. 70 for 2, still 24 to win from 14 deliveries here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. What a quarter-final on offer.
Again gives the charge on this occasion, slams it through point. That was a vacant area. He's picking his spots very well, and he's finding the gaps. Back-to-back boundaries, pressure back on the Phatom Doha fielders.
That's the experience of absorbing the pressure and finishing the matches for the side. Just creating space for himself, opens the face of the bat and glides the ball into the gap for 4. Back-to-back boundaries, awareness about where the fielders aren't available as they're bowling wideish line here to Feroz, and what a start to this innings from him. He's living up to his reputation of Mr. Finisher, Mr. Not Out.
Gives the charge, the bowler gives the dummy. There's an individual battle here brewing between the two. Ivan and Feroz are head-to-head against each other, and at the moment, Feroz is winning the battle.
And he's winning the battle because he's responding to the pressure situation quite well. He's quite aware about the field placement available there. Too far outside the upper stump, that will give a little bit of exercise to the umpire under pressure. The bowler is feeling the heat at the moment, and better certainly enjoying the opportunity of having supremacy in this over with bat in hand.
We are seeing it all happen here. What a match this turned out to be. Quarter-final 1. Taken on the full, played it over the extra cover region, 2 bounces, and it goes for the third 4 in the over. Feroz is turning it on and taking his team home in the quarter-final.
All 3 boundaries through the offside. Look at this, and full toss, steadied himself. Waited for that moment. It was a full toss. He made sure where the gap was available. It was exploited beautifully once again by getting the ball, that ball over the top of the fielder inside the circle and away to the boundary. 3 boundaries from this over, despite taking the wicket, conceding 14 runs, and timely 14 runs coming in with the majority of boundaries, the 3 boundaries from the blade of Feroz. as Ivan Raj conceding 14 from his first over and taking wicket, but 14 runs at a critical juncture in play now. 15 to win from 12 deliveries, and it should be Phatom Doha through who are hanging around and might well be knocked out of the competition, as Star CC getting timely boundaries away with the run rate of 9.88. With 9 extras, they've been able to collect 79 for 2 on the verge of victory here. Can the Phatom Doha bowler do something different to bring the match back into contention? They need a couple of wickets in a heap, to create uncertainty in the players sitting in the dugout. Can they reverse the pressure back? This time he pulls it away. It's a ferocious shot from Gopakumar, and it's gone the distance. And what a way to get to a half century. A majestic half century. Just waiting on the back foot, clearing his front leg. And a mighty swing onto it. A mighty blow as they inch closer to the victory target. 51 of 27 deliveries with 3 fours and 5 sixes with a strike rate of 188. This has been a match-winning innings from Gopakumar. This time he slices that through the offside and still landing in no man's area. Chance for run out, not quite explored this time around. And Suffolk is conceding runs. And it's Gopakumar once again with the bat, Mikhail. 53 of just 28 deliveries, getting a timely 6. Now on the verge of a victory and a place in the semi-final, as they require 7 runs to win from 9 deliveries.
Oh, this is what you expect from your top order batters, from your experienced batters, to come to the fore, come to the party in knockout games. And look at the way Gopakumar has responded in this must-win encounter, bailing his team out of trouble, taking them to victory and storming them into the semis. This has been a fine batting effort. Shafiq under pressure. Oh, that's been dropped. Straightforward catch at a very good height, and Shafiq lets it go.
Who the batsman being dropped? Gopakumar past his half century. Opportunity came and went away. Straightforward catch there on the follow through. It wasn't hit with power. It was a gentle push. It was coming his way, but could not latch onto it. Shafiq. Full delivery, squirts the ball away on the offside. They know they can do in the singles. There is a misfield. Will that from the batsman? Bit of hesitation. Chance for run out as he takes the bails off. And umpire could have been very, very close.
Gopakumar is clearly running out of steam. You can see it in his body language. He's not able to do the hard yards in the middle. He's been there right from the beginning. Never easy in these conditions out here. It's pretty hot. And with not much wind blowing across, it can be draining as well. His stamina and endurance is being tested, but he will have to hang on for the next few runs. 5 more needed.
5 runs to win from 7 deliveries. Shafiq conceding 10 from this over. And Feroz changing the match, to be honest, hitting those 3 boundaries through the offside. The game changer. From nowhere he appeared. Once again, this squirting the ball through the offside will take a single, will retain the strike as well. 4 to win from the final over for the team. Star CC to qualify for the first spot in the semi-final.
I don't think so they will go, no. They know they want the match.
90 for 2. 4 runs to win from 6 deliveries. Who is going to bowl the final over? A lot of thought process, a lot of discussion going on at the moment. The captain, the vice captain, also the bowlers, the options that they got. Will they go with who is going to bowl the final over? That's the
Meanwhile, credit has to be given to the captain of Star CC, deciding to field first, going against the trend in a knockout game, believing in his plans and overcoming all obstacles and advises. What a decision. Top decision there by Joman George.
But Shahzad, who considered 11, has been given the responsibility, he's been entrusted with the responsibility to bowl the final over with 4 to defend. And then batters responding, Gopakumar in particular, good steady head, 56 of 31, and got support from all the batters throughout the innings as well.
Gives that a wild swing, closes the face of the bat again, whacks it towards the square leg region. 5 needed, 3 needed of 5.
Yeah, thinking about doing it in the singles. Normally in league stage, they might fancy the chances of getting 4 or 6 to finish the game, playing for that glory. But now the spot of the semi-final on offer, the trophy, as they inch closer to lift the trophy, the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. As they know very well, Phatom Doha players, that they are almost out of the contention here. This will be a wide, too far outside the off stump. They got the extra. Understand from the body language of the Phatom Doha players, because they need just 2 runs to win Star CC. And this has been a commendable batting performance, Mikhail, particularly that 3 boundaries from Feroz. Otherwise, this could have been a tight finish to the contest, and you'd never know in pressure situation. Things can go against you as well.
Absolutely, Devinder. Under pressure, Feroz and Gopakumar have stood up and rose to the challenge. Oh, he pulls this. It's a photo finish here for Star CC. He does it in style with a mighty 6. Feroz from the time he's walked in, he's played some majestic knocks in the middle, and Star CC are the first team to qualify into the semis of the Ramadan T10 Cup, and that too with a 6 to finish the game.
Mr. Not Out stayed up to his reputation, finishing in his style with an emphatic 6, an emphatic walk into the semi-final for the team. Shot outside the off stump. That's the winning moment. And he smacked it well into the stands towards the spectators' gallery. And it's been a majestic win eventually for the team. Star CC qualifying to the semi-final by winning by 8 wickets. That's the betting card. They lost the wicket early in form of Khalid, was bowled by a fuller length delivery from Avis Riaz, and then 57 of just 32 deliveries. An excellent inning from Gopi, and then contribution coming in from the blade of Feroz, hitting 3 boundaries from the 8th over, and then coming back and sealing the victory with a 6. What a cameo. 18 of 4 deliveries. And they used many options, not many were successful in delivering the results in this chase, just losing 2 wickets. Riyadh getting 1 for 17, 1 for 14 in solitary over 4. I win. Otherwise, the rest of the bowlers struggle to get wickets, and economies on the higher side of 10. So eventually, an emphatic victory for the team. Star CC winning the toss in crucial match under pressure, inserting the opposition to come in, where Phatom Doha, after initial struggle, they got 93 for 4 in their 10 overs with 15 extras. Shamal getting 34 of 26. And for me, the standing captain today, 26 of 14. 2 wickets for 19 for Azharuddin. 1 for 12 for Joman George. And Shafi struggled to get wicket, not for 10 in 2 overs. In response, Star CC winning by 8 wickets and qualifying for the semi-final. Plenty of boundaries hit, first through the onside. Gopakumar in particular, making sure that he was there to make the contribution. Left and right hand combination, some delightful shots through the covers as well. The bowlers was sent on leather hunt. And a short ball and hitting it on the rise officially. Feru is coming into the center and hitting some majestic boundaries through the offside. And then a full toss, which was hit square of the wicket on the offside. A lofted shot. 3 boundaries came from that over, and that's where everything changed. I've been conceding 3 boundaries, and that's the situation. Few sixes also coming through as they finish the game with the 6 as well, and some lusty hits down the ground and through the onside as well. That was a momentum changing 6, breaking the cycles to a short lifting delivery. And then Gopakumar once again in the channel with leg spinner in operation. He sent it a long way for a 6, teasing the fieldsman on the boundary at the mid-wicket position. And leg spinner going for 19 runs from that over. Again a full-length delivery which was hammered back for another 6. 2 sixes from that over, and it again the 6. So 3 sixes coming from that over. Total of 19 runs of Saad's bowling. Gopakumar taking the full toll onto it. And a short lifting delivery was sent over the mid-wicket fence for 6 more. When the moment arrived, looking to finish the game with a 6, and Feroz, who played a fantastic cameo of 18 of just 4 deliveries, finishing the match with a 6. It's the team Star CC prevailing here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, though they lost 2 wickets in the process of getting to the total. Looking to whack the ball through the onside, was found in front as he missed the line of the ball comprehensively. Ball went on to hit the stumps, and then a soft dismissal catch at the short third-man region, trying to scoop the ball over the top of that fieldsman to get a boundary away. So a comprehensive and emphatic victory for the team Star CC, quite disciplined and methodical with their batting and bowling performance, and winning by 8 wickets.
total in excess of 90 being chased down, and if it's a quarter-final, if it's a knockout game and you do that, then the team clearly has a lot of character and resolve. What a match we've seen in this first quarter-final. It was an absolute nail-biter since it went down to the final over, but by the end of it, Star CC showed why they deserved to be in the semi-finals as well. This game between Star CC and Phatom Doha had all the ingredients. Now put into bat, Phatom Doha, after an early stutter, recovered well and got to 93 for 4. It was an intimidating target, but Star CC, well, they were up to the task and they put across a very fine performance as well. And in the process, they also stormed into the semi-finals. That middle order batting of theirs, the top order batting, everything came good. And they ensured that they made little work as they got 98 for 2 with 4 balls to spare, and they won by 8 wickets. We'll get quick reactions as well from the captains. We'd like to call upon Famiz. First up, the captain of Phatom Doha, who's been standing here for Sadat. Famiz, tough luck. You all were very impressive in the league stages. आज आपको कहाँ लगता है आप मैच हार गए?
आज हमारा डे नहीं है, हमारा ऐसा आज हमारा डे नहीं है, इसलिए
आपको लगा
थोड़ा मुश्किल है.
आपको लगा 93 काफ़ी है आपके स्कोर में हाफवे स्टेज में?
Yeah, it's a good score, but today our bowlers didn't do anything like that. That's why.
But I must say you all have played very well. A quick word on the tournament and your experience?
Yeah, it was a good tournament. I liked it. Excellent tournament, this one.
Right, very well played. All the very best for the next season, and it was wonderful watching you all play.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Right, that's the captain from Phatom Doha there. For me, is quick chat with the captain of Joman George. Joman, firstly, at the toss you decided to field. When you gave 93 runs, did you regret the decision at any stage?
No, never. It was a very good team. It was a very good match, and we execute the plan very well. And our boys are played very well in the field also. Yeah, we planned before that. If we won the toss, and we will choose to bowl and restrict the score below 90.
That was a very brave decision. Take us through your batting, through the chase. It looked very good and very, very calibrated and calculated.
Especially our opener batsman Govan. First match also he was played well, and our one-down batsman Fairo Kasim. We have 3-4 very good batsmen in the middle order also. They played very well.
Well, congratulations. Brave decision and a very good win as well. All the best for the semi-finals.
Thank you.
Joman George, captain of Star CC, they're victorious. Well, just the right time to call a guest of honor to give away the player of the match as well. Mr. Aminul Islam, the match referee and official, who's seen the smooth conduct of the QCA Ramadan T10. And to call upon the player of the match, we had quite a few performers. Fairuz Feru for Star CC, 18 in 4 deliveries. He brought out everything. Then, of course, we had Mohammad Shamal from Phatom Doha, 34 runs in 26 deliveries, but the man who stood out today carried his bat till the end, played the sheet anchor role and took them to the semis. Well, it was a one-handed effort there. Gopakumar Gopi of Star CC, 57 runs in 32 deliveries, 3 fours and 5 sixes. What an innings it's been, Gopakumar. Well, clearly the star for Star CC. This evening you can collect your player of the match medallion given by Mr. Aminul Islam. Thank you, Mr. Aminul. Quick chat over here. Gopakumar, were you given any instructions or you told to play your own kind of brand of cricket?
No, actually, last few days my my cricket was a little bit was not going as per the plan. I'm not getting the balls actually in the line. So I decided today actually to go with the line of the ball, and that's worked very well for me and quite nicely.
What was the discussion when Fairuz came in the middle? Because it was looking you both were having a competition with each other who will hit more boundaries.
No, actually, what we were planning that time was to not not to end the game in the last over. So we should get some runs in the last two overs to close the game early.
But quite a brave decision to field first in a knockout game.
Yes, because we were thinking actually initially the pitch would be a little bit harder, and our seam bowlers can bowl very well. That plan worked very well actually. Captain decision was fantastic.
Well, Gopakumar, wonderful innings. Congratulations, great work, and keep up the good work for the semis as well.
Thank you, thank you. Good.
Gopakumar there, the player of the match in this particular fixture of the game, and that's it from the presentation area. We have another match lined up as well. The second quarter final, United Challengers taking on Masters CC. Stay tuned for that. Don't go anywhere.